Good morning, everyone. So this morning, got some fancy stuff. I created a slide for coffee chat guests. So I advertise them. Oh, hello, Robyn. Okay. How do I...
Hi. Oh my gosh.
Now
Okay.
I'm here. My Bluetooth is apparently
Okay.
still connected. There had to be a tech issue. We're having you on.
There always has to be a tech issue. Oh my goodness. I love that intro. That was so cool.
Yeah, the slide. Yeah, I figured I'd try it out. It was like a brief tryout, but I'm like, you have to be careful you don't scroll across and like choose the wrong photo.
Okay, you sent that to me yesterday and I tried and I don't know how you do what you do. Also, I love the mug. You're adorable. Just like everything sip happens
It's
and you're
backwards.
just giving them away. So cool.
This is the one that you'll be getting. I know it's backwards, but yeah. So we got, for those of you who don't know, we got mugs made up. If you didn't see my stories, for guests, and we're considering selling them and giving the profits to
Oh,
the bank.
that was so nice.
Yeah. So we'll see. I'm going to see how much a niche can handle because they're handmade, right? So they're not production. Yeah, like she physically cuts out the stuff for each one and puts it on.
It's amazing though. I mean, you just find people. Every time you post something, I'm like, what is she doing now? I just marvel at you. Actually, though, you're like, yeah, so this is a story I'm going to put on for my chats. This is how it's going to go. How is she doing this?
I don't sleep, Robyn. Although I am put together today. I actually put makeup on.
You know what? We made the effort. We understand. I
Yeah,
appreciate you. Yeah.
yeah. Early, I put my makeup on. I did my hair.
Okay, so I tried to do my hair and then I had that female moment where I'm like, I hate everything about myself. And then it got really, so I did it in a negative manner and I'm gonna put it behind. I'm like, no, I'll
Yeah,
keep it here. Half my face is cut off anyways. It's fine. Doesn't matter.
fully see your
But
face.
but do you notice how I don't know if your hair has been growing. My hair is so long now.
Yeah.
It's to a point where normally I would donate it, but I've heard that they're not taking, oh, that's long. But I've heard they're not taking donations now for yeah, so I thought, oh, well, that's interesting. What do I do with my excess? I mean, but then I thought, I don't know if I want to cut it that short because then I have to get new headshots. So that's a whole, I don't
Yeah.
have that kind of money right now. I don't have headshot money right now. Okay. So it's a whole thing in my head.
Yeah, you're in the same boat as me. It's like if I cut it, then I have to get headshots. But I am cutting it. I'm just not like changing. Well, they're taking a couple inches off, but that's not changing the length. That's just like a trim. But they're gonna put layers in so that it doesn't just like fall against my head. Yeah.
How short have you ever cut your hair? I
I,
tried it this short once and I realized never again.
I've gone as short as a pixie cut because I got a really bad perm and I couldn't stand it. So I'm like, just cut it off. Cut it
I
off.
mean, everyone has to have that one bad haircut or so that they reflect on and go, "Dear God, why?"
Yeah.
So,
So as I was growing it out, I actually got braid extensions put in, so at least I felt like I had long hair. But then after they put them in, after I spent the $300 to put the braids in, I realized I was allergic to the dye in the braids. It was like blistering, so then I had to remove them and just deal with the pixie cut.
that's a journey and a half. Oh my God. I
Like,
didn't know you could be allergic to a braid.
yeah,
That is so interesting. What is it? The chemical in that they
yeah,
glue it in?
dye the hair, whatever they use to dye the hair. Yeah,
Huh.
yeah.
It's fascinating. I don't even know if this is, I realize we're coming on to chat and this is my nonsensical, hey, how's your hair? But then I realized we don't have an agenda with these chats. We just talk
I think
whatever we're in the mood for.
You know I love Robyn's ramblings. Oh, it's telling me I have the option to put a filter on. Do I want a filter? It's like I did my makeup today.
I know, right? When you make an effort. Okay, I'm finding I love your lighting. My lighting, okay, let's talk about the success of coffee chats and Instagram lives in general, because I am struggling so much. The lighting, I love your 9 a.m.s because it's not too sunny yet. But I don't want to make anyone else wake up at 9 a.m. And honestly, sometimes it's a struggle with like 9 a.m. Dear God, why? But it's just the lighting. I never get to work. And then yesterday someone's phone was dying, so the quality was, and then we lost him, and then the internet connections are all over the place, and then it's just some people try the laptop and not the phone, and I understand that, right? And I keep trying to add to my my suggestions for please, now I have to add, please have your phone fully charged, please only use your iPhone, or
your smartphone.
Your phone in general. Smartphone. Clever phone. That would be great. Please make sure I can hear you. It's hard to say please have a good internet connection, though, because I don't know what that's about. That's an interesting one. So that's usually
connection.
So and then as I'm talking over you, that's also the problem too. And then it's okay, one person at a time, as you were.
That's Instagram's problem. Instagram needs to fix that.
But I find that, I don't know why they do that, because I think in general, people tend to talk on top of each other. So you know what? It's not lending to ideal conversation. I'm just saying Instagram, okay? We have been some devoted Instagram Live people, and we are not happy, and we're putting, please fix it for us. Thank you.
I think there's like an Instagram suggestion box for like features online somewhere. I'll have to find it. I mean, like, let 2 people talk at the same time. Because now there's Instagram live rooms. Like, you're telling me that you're going to let 4 people come on, but that you're going to mute people to try and talk over each other.
When you sent that to me too, I thought that is very interesting. But also, I struggle with just the one person not talking on top of. Mm-hmm. But I love that idea, right? Because sometimes I want to have more than one person. But then I also thought, I don't want that third person to feel neglected, right? That's a 3 as a crowd is true on these lives, right? Yeah. Because there's that one person that's, they might not be actively listening, right? Mm-hmm. They're just kind of there. Am I contributing enough? What's going on? Am I just happy to be here? I don't know. But then I'm worried. And then I focus my attention on that third person. And then the other person becomes the third person. It's a whole thing, right? So I'm going to stick to this, is what I'm saying. It's just going to be 2 people.
Yeah. I was just looking at the comments quick because I feel like we're ignoring people. Oh, Kev says, I want one in regards to the mugs. Cool, you can have one.
Oh my gosh. Okay, Kev is amazing. He just watches, I appreciate, he's so supportive, and I just love the love that's being sent out for someone I've never met. I'm like, oh my goodness, thank you so much for watching these. I do them because I have fun. But it's so fun when other people enjoy them. I'm like, cool, great, thanks.
Oh, Robyn. Corey says, good morning, ladies. I hope both of you are doing well. Sorry,
it depends on the day. That's okay.
I'm just going through the comments really quick.
Are you doing well though? Are you?
I'm doing well. Yeah, like it's my birthday week, so I think I'm doing well.
Yes, it is. I wrote that in my calendar so I wouldn't forget, and then you brought it up, and I guess I did forget. And I apologize because I have to be on the ball with birthdays. But happy birthday week. I love that when you wrote that you celebrate birthdays for a week, I thought, oh my God, this girl is officially part of my family. She gets it. Birthdays are a thing. They are super important, and they're a week, a month, maybe a year. It depends. My mom had a celebratory milestone, so we're going to have to push it back a year because we didn't fully celebrate it.
Right? So funny that you mentioned the whole year thing, because when I was a kid, I used to plan those like really crazy parties or like theme parties, and I'd like send them out to my friends. My parents had this like 18-foot basement where we had like basketball nets downstairs and stuff. It was really cool. Now it's not there anymore because they created 2 levels now in the basement. But when I was a kid, it was really cool because I could have like basketball parties and parties downstairs in general and have them themed. And once one would end, I would immediately start planning for next year. Like that's the amount of time and energy I put into these parties. So my friends during my wedding speech, they actually brought that up, that if you haven't been to one of Jen's parties, now you have, because my wedding was like very intricately plan to make sure that everyone was having a good time, down to making sure that I had like non-alcoholic wine for the pregnant people. So
Or for the people that don't like to drink. I'm one of those people. I'm not much of a drinker, okay? I'm like, why don't we have more coffee at these things, okay? It's an open bar. I want a latte. And then that's, no. Excuse me?
Yeah.
I don't say that, but yes.
Right? Thank you, Fabian, for the birthday wishes. Love the rec room. Yeah, the rec room is no longer with us. It's now my cake shop / sub basement. Because out in Wellesley, you can do cake decorating. Like, you can cater out of your house as long as you have 2 kitchens. So my parents turned it into like a kitchen for me downstairs.
I remember you saying that when we were chatting and I thought, that is so cool. Yeah, I guess we're not using it. Okay, here you go. Here's a kitchen. Like,
Yeah.
what a supportive family. I love that.
My mom likes going down there to bake when I'm even not there, because there's like sunlight that comes in through the one window, and the dog comes and visits her at the window. Like, you can see outside. So
That's awesome.
of course, it's my birthday's next month, ladies. I'll be 29. Cool. I'm turning 37. I missed 20.
Okay, no, 29 was the hardest year for me. This is not a joke. At the age of 29, I realized, oh my God, it's over. I thought my life was done. I had a midlife crisis at 28. It was great. And 29, I'm like, I can't. I'm not ready for 30. And then I turned 30, and I'm like, yeah, okay, I'm 30 now. It happened, whatever. But 29 was just the hardest year. And when I talk to other people that are turning 30 this year, they agree. I mean, again, now I'm 31. I'm sharing my age. I'm being very open and vulnerable with all of you. But it's the 29 I couldn't wrap my head around. So I hope, who was it, Corey?
Yeah.
I hope you're doing better than I was throwing it out there. Yes.
Happy early birthday, right?
That's true.
All right, my lighting is bugging me because it looks like I recognize.
I love what other people see in themselves, because I think your lighting is great, and I'm wondering, should I light myself up more? This is a dirty 30. That's funny.
I keep going though, Robyn. Like, I've got my 3 lights.
But that's amazing that when I try to add the lights, it's just pale face. I can't. Instagram hates me. It fully hates me. They've just decided that this is not going to be lit. I'm like,
but you're at a right?
Pardon?
You're at a window, right?
I mean, I'm at a window without too much light because it's early. But then when the light, I tried to angle the blinds, right? Because I have these old school blinds. We're going to go on a tour of my place. So I have these old school blinds that I try and angle accordingly so it's away from the face.
Yeah.
But then
you dramatic lighting right now.
Oh, is it dramatic? Oh.
You know, like where like one side of your face is lit and the other isn't, like in like a drama series. Yeah.
Have you seen when I do it later on? There's certain parts of the day where it's literally no face. It's just this. And it's a very entertaining. I like to think so.
Apparently everybody's having really hard 29 birthdays. 30 was the bad one for me. Like, I cried 3 times on my 30th birthday because I'm like, I haven't accomplished my goals yet.
Okay, you say that, and I think you're very similar to me when you have a ton of goals, because you were so accomplished. I was going to swear. I'm like, no, Robyn, keep it PG. It's early. You are so accomplished. It's insane. I remember when you sent me your bio initially, I'm like, okay, who are you? And how are you doing everything? And you have kids. Like, I am barely sleeping as it is. And it's just me and my hubby. Okay. Like, and you're just like, yeah, whatever. I have kids and I have this business, and I'm also learning everything that I can get my hands on. Like, and I'm just going to bake and do this. I'm like, oh my God. You are a force to be reckoned with. But actually though, I don't know if you get that enough, because I'm just like, I'm fangirling so much. Oh my God. Because I'm just like, I randomly message you and now you're just so helpful though, right? I've never met someone that's like, okay, how can I help other people? Mm-hmm. And you're like, okay, so get on Clubhouse and help this other person out. And I'm like, oh my God, thanks so much. This is amazing. I'm just so grateful. It's insane. So guys, everyone, Jen is awesome. And also I love how you own Jen Gardiner. I've never been the name change of everything. You're just like, I'm going to rebrand. I'm done with it. I love everything about what you do. You're awesome.
Well, first, I had to rebrand twice because at first I had it as the official Jen Gardiner, and I was telling you, I kept getting tagged in stories, and I was like being tagged in like Jennifer Gardiner's pregnant again. I'm like, no, that's not me. And then I had to rebrand because when I had it with my middle name in, everybody kept thinking my name was Jenna.
That I was on something and they thought, oh yes, Jenna. I'm like, that's not Jenna. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
So
okay, I can see that.
I think I've settled now on real Jen Gardiner. Like, people are getting my name right and not confusing me.
I mean, that helps, right?
Right. But it's like, if somebody pronounces my name really fast, it still says, like, it still sounds like you're saying Jen Gardiner, right?
The two of you are going to be on a set one day. I'm seeing this in your future. You're both going to be on set. It's going to be the most confusing. Jen. Yeah. No, the other Jen. What, Jen Gardiner? No, Jen Gardiner. Oh, what? It's going to be great.
Okay, so Fabian says he felt the same way when he turned 30. Like, right? It's like, wow.
It's so, but you know what? The problem is the knowledge that I have regarding anatomy, and I'm like, oh God, 30, my bone density. Oh God, it's going, come back. I'm just like, as soon as I hit 30, I'm like, I'm done. My bones are done. I'm gone. I get very dramatic with it, right? It's not the case.
With the amount of medical knowledge I have, I never went there.
Oh, I apologize. If you ever want to go down a dark medical road, hit me up. It's great.
Okay. I'm the girl that used to sit in the living room as a child and read medical encyclopedias because I wanted to be a doctor, for those of you who don't know.
I love that too. There's such a fascination with medicine that I mean, I'm very grateful that I decided to do physiotherapy versus medicine because it really is life or death with, I mean, don't get me wrong, as a physio, you can help people, but it's never, there are times, yes, there are extreme cases, but for the most part, you're going to live regardless. I would hope so. I don't know what else people are doing in physio, but with, I just making one wrong decision that would haunt me to a point where I don't know. And again, I know I've spoken to a lot of doctor surgeons regarding this, but to think, again, they said, well, they would have died anyways. I'm like, oh, that's so dark. But you know, that kind of thing in surgery. Well, they were going to die anyways, so I saved their life or whatever. Like, again, they're a little more politically correct about it. I'm clearly paraphrasing in a casual way. I don't know how they do that, but also they save so many lives. So it's such a balance of extremes that that's not for me, but I do admire everyone in the medical profession.
Right. No, they're incredible people, and they're our heroes right now, especially during this pandemic, even more so. So, totally get that. I don't think I introduced you fully.
Oh, that's okay. Hi, I'm Robyn. Okay.
Robyn's a comedian, for those of you who don't know, and an actor, and a physiotherapist.
Depends on the day, really, guys. It's fine.
So for those of you who, like, because you got that comedian vibe, I feel like I just needed to, like, sidetrack for a second and be like, I never, like, fully introduced you. I said your name. I didn't tell everybody who you were.
Oh my goodness, that's fine. I don't even think I think I sent a joke bio to you anyways. I struggle with, who am I today? And I ask people for bios, and some people, again, you had one, and some people, this is my bio, this is who I am. I'm like, I don't know. Here's what I'm feeling today. Enjoy. That's how I describe myself. But even when we do the Clubhouse, which you invited me to, thank you very much, and you have to do your little elevator pitch, I'm like, dear God, this is the worst part of my day. Okay, I don't know. And then I realized, I don't know. I try and cater it to what I think they want to hear. And I'm like, this is who I am. This is how I talk. This is how I sound. Enjoy.
Right?
Oh, my hubby just joined late. Unimpressed. Okay, no, I'm joking.
Physio said, physio.
Oh, yeah, that was funny. Oh.
Sorry, so some of the comments
awesome.
physio is awesome as long as you don't injure yourself doing the splits, as Robyn Kemp said.
So there was a picture I posted, and I post pictures and I write captions because I don't actually think anyone's going to read them. So for me, I write my little funny captions because they're funny in my head. But I did a show, oh God, it was 10 years ago. Now I'm dating myself, where I was just given a role and I had to do the splits. And I'm like, okay. Allegedly, again, the character, they don't care if she does the splits, but the person type A in me is like, no, I'm going to learn how to do the splits. But I did not learn how to do it correctly, because that was before I realized you should also strengthen, not just stretch your hamstrings. And it turned out, and I also ended up spraining my ankle. So I sprained my right ankle, and then I ended up tearing my right hamstring without knowing. So for 10 years, I'm walking around with like low back pain. And I'm like, oh. And then I realized, actually it wasn't, maybe it was 8 years because I got diagnosed correctly for the first. And then I found this sports medicine doctor. She's like, it's not actually your back or your pelvic floor. It's coming from your hamstring. I'm like,
what?
Oh my God, thank you. That was driving me nuts. So that was a fun journey of where is my pain coming from? I can't diagnose myself. This is so frustrating. It was very, and now it was just so interesting because then when I was going about my practice, so many people had very similar issues and everyone thinks, oh, it's just your back and let's fix the back. But I found now it's really rarely the back. It's usually, okay, maybe it's your glutes or maybe it's your hamstrings or maybe it's something else. So again, this is all just me. This isn't a diagnosis for anyone with back pain. I have to legal disclaimer. But I just think that's such an interesting thing for me. I like to get injured so I can become a better practitioner is what I'm telling people. But I just found that such an interesting journey of getting diagnosed and wrongly diagnosed, but it is what it is. Yeah.
With my arm. So I
want to diagnose your arm?
No, I said it originally happened with my arm. It's already been diagnosed and dealt with. Yeah.
I'm like, I'm not doing this live. What happened? Ooh, what happened there? Did we discuss this and I have forgotten? Did I forgotten?
So I originally had a ganglion cyst, okay? So they removed it, and they only come back in like 20% of the cases. Mine came back. But because of it, it was pushing on something in my wrist, so I kept getting like these like shooting pains that would like cripple my hand. But then I started getting the shooting pain all through my shoulder, and I'm like, okay, it's my wrist is doing this. But it was actually the nerve getting pinched up here, causing pain to come down here, and the cyst was just causing an extra aggravation. So now I don't do cake decorating as much anymore because if I do, then this grows and I have like a bump on my hand. Yeah.
I find cysts so interesting. I have a weird one. I'm like trying to diagnose it. When you look them up online, it's like, yeah, they happen. Sometimes they go away. Other times you get them removed. I'm like, what's the in-between? What is the in-between? I can't find any good answers. So when I find out, I'll let you know. It was just, oh, look at this physio discussion I didn't expect to have. There you go.
Yeah.
Randomness.
Sorry, I'm just getting rid of a couple trolls.
Oh, no, that's fair. See, that's also something I learned. I usually read every comment out loud. And I learned that I shouldn't do that. So that was fun. I'm like, oh, I don't want to insult anyone, but also I guess random people do come on and write stuff that makes me uncomfortable. Okay.
Speaking of uncomfortable, do you get those people that send you the weirdest things in your Instagram messages?
This timing is amazing. Okay. No, actually, this is the best timing. Yesterday, so I'm trying to figure out how much physio content I should post, if I should amalgamate everything. So I posted a picture of my toe socks with the little spacers in between.
Yeah.
I thought it was funny. I liked the color. It made me smile, whatever. I posted it. I got a follower that is a foot fetish and requested if I follow them or send them a picture, we could collaborate or something ridiculous to a point. I mean, I'll send you the screenshot afterwards because I can't describe it, but I just felt I sent it to my friend. She goes, Robyn, you're on your way to becoming an influencer. And I thought, oh God, no, thank you. So that was
like, I'm not crap on, like, but some people need to revisit what they send to people. Like, I got one that they sent, it says Toronto on my profile, right? So everybody knows I'm near Toronto because it says Toronto location, right? So this person had screenshotted a flight, like a flight schedule to take a plane. He circled the timing for this plane so that I apparently could hop on a plane and go see this person. So he sent me the picture of the plane, circled the time the plane was leaving to his destination, and then it was like thumbs up, heart, and then he left. I'm like, I'm not taking a plane to go see you. I didn't message him back. I just blocked, delete. I'm like, okay.
That's so much effort.
Right.
I feel that's so. Wait, so you never spoke to this person before, right? They just randomly
No.
sent you a message. Okay.
They'll just randomly. I'm like, this is like a human trafficker. Like, who is this person? Like,
Would people take the flight?
I would
Is
hope,
this a I hope not as well. I'm just wondering the confidence of this person sending you this information.
right?
What is the goal? Also, what was the plan? Okay, where are you supposed to meet? I need details. I'm not just going to get on a plane for you. Okay, where am I staying? All right, is there a is it the presidential suite?
Yeah.
Is there some kind of complimentary spa day? Make it worth my while if I hop on the plane, right? Don't just give me the ticket. Is it first class? If it was first class, I would consider it. Anyways.
I was more approaching this as like, that's really creepy, and I'm just gonna like block and delete this. Like,
And that's why you're the pro.
Like, but the opposite side though is we get some like really cool messages and get to reach some really cool people. Like that's how you and I connected, right?
That is very true. You are very cool. You are so cool.
I'm not. You're cool.
But it's not even. It's like you're so. I've never met someone, and I'll say like I'm a little like I need things done when I want them done right away. And I've never met someone that has that same mentality of like things here. Okay, I'm asking for something. Here you go. It's happening right away. I'm like, oh, I love her. Oh my God, she's so efficient. Where is the efficiency from other people? Guys, let's follow Jen. Okay, let's all just be efficient and send me the stuff when I need it. Thank you. I hate chasing you. I understand people have stuff to do, but I'm like, excuse me, this is a priority. Okay, it's never really a priority. I don't actually care, but I do notice when people are on the ball.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm fake upset, but it's just when it's someone like you that it's just so on the ball, it makes a difference, right?
Yeah.
And even like you randomly I post, I create whatever, and you find the stuff that I do and you share it. I'm like, who are you? Oh my God, you're watching my stuff. Thank you.
It's Instagram helps with that because Instagram shows me things like you might like this since you follow Robyn Deverett, right? So that's how I end up finding it.
That's also interesting. Yeah. I mean, when algorithms say what I might like,
yeah,
I like to mess with it sometimes and follow random things that I don't actually like and see. But I think the algorithm's smarter than I give it credit for. They know I'm messing with it, trying to change it around. They're not falling for my stuff. I don't know.
See, that's funny that you say that because like I only ever visit Chris Evans' profile when he posts something, and he rarely posts something. But my entire like discovery feed is just his face right now. I'm like, what?
Oh, that's so fun.
Just photo after photo of Chris Evans. I don't get it.
I wanna create an algorithm. That's what I wanna do. We're gonna code. We're gonna figure this out. We're gonna right? I say that. I'm not that ambitious. Coding seems hard.
I feel like we should just do it just because we said it, but yeah.
That's true. I know, right? I put it out there now, and now I'm holding myself accountable. You're going to hold me accountable. You're going to find something when we finish this chat. You'll be like, Robyn, here's how you code. And then you'll just post it in your next one.
Yeah. Speaking of like Chris Evans, I had a dream about you last night. Oh, God, it was so bad. Well, it wasn't bad. It was just odd. And I wake up and I'm like, what the? So apparently we are on our Instagram live, like right now.
Oh my God.
And he jumps into the comments. And he's like, hi, ladies, like, somebody recommended this to me. And we start fangirling, and he, like, comes on and he chats with us, and we have, like, this whole, like, talk show with him. It was so weird. And then I wake up, I'm like, ah!
That is, oh, okay, wait, I'm scrolling. Is he in here?
Really?
Is this coming true? Okay, I don't know. I don't see him.
Right? But I'm like, it was weird. But yeah, now I'm dreaming about Robyn. I've talked to her so much, and I'm dreaming about her.
I know. I'm like, wait, really? Oh, okay. And I thought, hey, Jen, this is a kid's show. No, we talk about this after.
This is that kind of dream, Robyn. We were just talking.
Okay, I don't know about you, but I've had the weirdest dreams during COVID. Just to a point where maybe I just have so much time on my hands to reflect on my life that all these memories from my childhood are becoming a dream. I wake up, I'm like, where was I? What does that mean? And when you try and analyze the dreams, it's even scarier. So I'm just gonna wake up and move on from those. I don't. They're you know what? They're not dreams as in aspirations, but they're also not nightmares as in that was the most terrifying thing. So what's the in between there? I don't know.
I feel like dreams are our subconscious trying to make sense of things that are happening in our life or things that we want, and they do it in a weird way.
But why is it called a dream? Because when you think, dream big, or I have big dreams, I look as a dream as something I want to achieve. But then when I go to bed and have those weird dreams, it's my subconscious. Huh.
But what's the dictionary definition of dream, though?
Oh, I haven't. My laptop's over there, but I'd rather.
People who are watching us right now, please Google the definition of dream, and then come back.
If you don't mind, we are a little busy right now having a conversation. So if anyone else.
Out of this, I'll lose Robyn.
He could be in this live. Maybe it's this person. We would never know. Oh, I want to speculate on who Chris Evans could be.
Robyn, I just got rid of a troll that kept saying he wanted to talk to us.
Oh, no, I saw that as well. Maybe that was Chris Evans. Just saying. That could have been Chris Evans.
Sorry, but
see, I saw that and I would have responded. I really don't understand the concept of trolls because I think don't people have better things to do with their time? But I'm learning, no, they do not. So
it once, then I would have let them stay. But they kept repeating the things they were saying over and over and over and over, and it's distracting. So I'm sorry.
No, my hubby was on the ball, and I think he looked up what the definition of a dream is. So thank you.
Thank you for doing that. A cherished aspiration, ambition, or ideal. So it is a positive thing. So that's why nightmare, I guess, is the opposite.
Interesting. Or also a series of thoughts, images, and sensations occurring in a person's mind during sleep. There's two different definitions.
Right, mind blown.
English is challenging to learn. As I'm trying, in my free time, I feel like learning another language, and it's so fun seeing how other languages, where they place the adjectives and everything, and I don't know. I think English is really challenging to learn.
It's because the rules don't. There's this funny video I saw where the same letters in different words sound changed. So our English language, for those of you who are learning it as a second language, it doesn't make sense because the rule changes depending on the word for the same exact letters. And if you want to see more of that type of stuff, Near Gazinski, or it's Near. I always mess up your name. Near, if you're watching this, I'm sorry. I think it's Near, right? Because I said Near the first time. It's Near. It's Near. I know it's Near. Near Gazinski.
I think it's Near. I'm convinced.
Yeah, I'm like, he corrected me one time. I'm like, I'm really sorry right now if you're watching this. It's Near Kaczynski. Go check out his profile. I'll tag him below. Just don't watch. I'll tag him at this point. So he doesn't have to watch this.
We're not going to tag him at the point where we couldn't figure out his name. That's
We'll tag him afterwards. But go watch his stuff because he dives into how hard it is to learn the English language, and he uses it because he's also French. From Quebec. So he does it in the sense where these French people are trying to learn English, and he does these little skits, and it's freaking hilarious. Yeah.
I love that. I'm gonna watch that. I enjoy it.
Yeah.
I was trying to work on my General American, and I find that fascinating because I've committed. I tried before, and I'm working on the about and out and sorry and all that jazz.
Yeah. Do you remember you told me that you were going to have it nailed for today?
I'm again, it's in process, right? I think I need to keep cementing it in, but the words that I was reviewing the other day, so it's so interesting for how would you say OUR?
OUR, like our?
Yes, but how would you say if, we're going to our basement?
We're going to our basement.
So it's ARE when you say it.
Yeah.
Isn't that so cool?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because the Canadians will go hour.
Yeah.
But when we say it in a sentence, for the most part, we sound American.
Yeah.
That was my little,
Right.
Thank you, Ray Ellen Bodie. That was
prime example. Most people drop the I. It's Jen Gardiner.
Yeah, I would probably drop the I as well.
Yeah.
That's just what I do.
It's very rarely that you hear the I unless you're saying my name really slowly. Yeah.
Well, I mean, again, I say you're named after a highway, but I think people say they're going on the Gardiner. No one ever says the Gardiner.
Yeah. It's the Gardiner Expressway.
And the only time I would say gardener if it was an actual gardener in a garden.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's...
English. Who knew? I think we just answered the question too that I believe asked what.
I love that someone learned English on Sesame Street. Oh my goodness, I love that show so much. Oh.
Maybe as a childhood friend. I was best friends with his sister. They grew up a kitty corner from us in Bamberg, so.
You were friends with someone that was on Sesame Street?
So Fabian, okay, is...
Oh, Fabian! Oh, the person that said, okay, like,
yeah.
I know someone in the cast? Cool, okay.
No, Fabian's a childhood friend. They grew up kitty corner from us when we were little. I was best friends with his sister, Stephanie. Yeah.
God, okay, you know what? I always forget the terminology kitty corner, and I was picturing, is the kitty corner something in Sesame Street that I was just not aware of? Was that a club? Yes, exactly. I never use that in my daily jargon. So yes, that is a word.
There's a new word.
We are learning English today. This is a very educational Instagram live.
Today on Coffee Chat, we're going to teach you English.
While sipping some coffee.
Yeah, some days the words just don't want to come out of our mouths, so we're actually not. So what else is new, Robyn? Do you have any projects coming up?
Oh, that's a great question. I know I realized, okay, this is really funny. I realized I would, as the guest, I would have to contribute more because you would be asking me the questions. And this is oddly my nightmare because when people say, tell me something about yourself or describe yourself or what are you up to? And I am so bad at promoting myself. I'm like, I don't know. I think I have stuff out there. It's okay. It's kind of funny. Maybe watch it. Maybe don't. I guess I'm doing stuff. I'm doing some Instagram lives. I'm attempting a Clubhouse club. It's just one of those things where I don't know how to describe what I'm doing. I have projects that have been pushed off for COVID. We'll see what happens with that. And taking it one day at a time, doing these things and meeting cool people. That's really,
yeah.
It's been the highlight.
I don't have a Clubhouse club, so you're one up on me.
Yeah. We're really, it's a pretty big competition. Okay. So you're slacking and I'm unimpressed.
Yeah. I look every day to see what Robyn's doing so I can one up her, right?
I mean, honestly, I've never been more motivated by someone though. I'm like, I love you. I'm like, oh, I should make these into audio files. Jen is so smart. It's just everything. I'm like, yes, I should make these little clips because I think I had you on and then I had Angela on. Yeah. I thought, oh my God, why am I not doing little clips? This is genius. Yeah. Like, it takes so long. But Robyn, they gave you your time. You find a clip and you advertise that. You promote them. So then I started that whole new Instagram page because I wanted to have all the little clips of my previous guests. Yeah. So I've been slowly learning how to get better at Instagram, how to have a Facebook page. That is not easy to navigate. I think you have a Facebook page. That is not easy to use. It is not user-friendly, and it is so frustrating where I'm trying to share. I can't share it to my page. I don't know what's going on. I'm like, the ones I want to share that do really well, I didn't share it properly, so then there's no link to the other previous chats. I'm like, guys, you know what? I am trying here. I want people to get seen, and you hate me. Okay. And I get very dramatic and I go, huh. And then I throw my laptop against, no, I don't. I need my laptop.
Sorry, Corey's leaving. Thank you very much, Corey. He said he wishes us both the best. Thank you very much. Okay, so you and we're going to hop on a Zoom.
Thanks, Corey.
Okay, we're going to hop on a Zoom and I'm going to walk you through all this stuff.
Okay, you say that. But it's similar to when you said, oh yeah, Robyn, here, you can add this little picture before your Instagram live. So I'm like, I mean, I've tried. I spent an hour trying to figure that out yesterday, and then I just cut my losses up. I can't. I don't know how she figured this out. I don't know how she added it. I couldn't get it to work at all.
I will send you a screen recording. I have a separate profile that I just use to test features out so that I don't go live to like 11,000 people trying to test things. So I made a separate account just so I could test things. Leanne's the only person that I have friended on it. And she's like, what are you doing right now? I'm like, I have bedhead right now and I'm just testing this picture.
I have a million separate accounts. I have a million. I have like 4. And I did that before I did an Instagram live. So I love that we both know that that's a thing you should do. You always have to test it out in a separate account that no one knows about. It's great.
I had to change the name on it though because people kept trying to friend me over there. It's like, no, like this isn't my actual account. This is just one that I don't want anyone on to see me. But I'm like, okay, I'll let you in. You can come see my antics. She's my best friend. I have to let her in.
I mean, friendships get ruined on Instagram. It's pretty intense. Oh no, we had a pause.
I got a notification like I tried to swipe up. I'm like, oh no, it kicked me on Instagram. At least you're still here. Okay.
I know, it's the anxiety. I try and put this on do not disturb. It doesn't matter. I still get disturbed, okay?
Yeah. I gotta, there's people requesting to be in our room. I'm like, why do I have like a notification here? I've never had that. People are requesting to be in our room. Yeah.
They can request. Is that room? They want to be part of this chat?
Yeah, I've never had that before.
I've never seen that.
Yeah. So now, for those of you who don't know, you can actually go live with up to 4 people. You can have what they call Instagram rooms, which is kind of cool. So I was telling people about this. I'm like, it'd be really neat if you had like a production, like a movie or a TV show that came out and had like a couple of the cast members on together talking about the stuff on an Instagram live. Like that'd be kind of a cool way to use it.
You know what would be very helpful, actually, as we're chatting, and I said I wouldn't want to do that. It would help if one person's Wi-Fi was so bad, because then I'd still have someone else to talk to. Right. So that could be a nice, okay, I'm going to have 3 people, but probably it's just going to end up being 2 people. So that could be kind of nice.
Yeah.
Huh.
It's always been on here, Jen. Okay, so I guess the UK had it before us. Well, I'm sorry. Like, Karen and Canada were just a little behind, Kev.
So funny. The UK is on the ball.
Right?
We're getting all the rejected vaccines. I understand how it is. Yeah.
Right.
I was worried. I went for a walk. Did you go outside today before our chat?
No, not yet.
Okay, so I went for a walk just to wake up. Because you demand these early chats for no. It's very early. I'm half awake. I have my coffee. It's fine. Yeah. No, that was funny in my head. Anyways, I go outside and apparently good weather equals no mask wearing. And I am terrified right now because, my God, I don't want a 3rd wave. I can't. I mean, look, I understand you want to get your fresh air, but I'm just like, I don't know how to feel. I just want to be able to like not be scared of people. But that was my thought of the day.
Remember those days where we used to blow in each other's birthday cakes, like to blow out the candles? Yeah.
I see people still doing that, and I'm like, no. I thought we stopped this practice. You can get a separate cupcake if you really need to blow out a candle. I am not eating that cake, and that is a delicious cake, and that's upsetting. If you insist on this cake, then you get a separate little small cake, and then we all share the really good one, okay? You don't get to blow and put your spit all over a cake. It's a waste. And as a baker, do you feel that they're destroying your work? They're spitting on it. It's disgusting, right? The little kids, they don't know how to blow, and then they go, right? And then they just, that's not how you blow. They're learning how to form a tightly knit seal of blow. Anyways.
I'm okay with people doing whatever they want to my cakes as long as they don't make me do it.
Wait. So would someone actually request that you blow out their candles?
I've never gotten the candle thing, but I've gotten people asking me to cut my own cakes after I've spent like 14 or 16 hours on a cake. I'm like, I really don't want to.
I always wondered that. Because I watch those baking shows and I see them cut up their own cake, and to me, I feel as though I would be destroying my artwork.
Right.
So I understand your difficulty with that.
16 hours putting this cake together for you and then you make me cut it. It's kind of like you I feel like I just wasted my 16 hours because you're making me cut it.
How long do you expect people to stare at your work before they cut into it?
I've never thought about that. Like, I honestly, once it leaves me, I'm like, okay, now it's yours. You can do whatever you want with it. But I'm like, just don't, like, I just don't want to know.
But what happens if they take a bad photo and they share it online and then it just reflects, or they, wait, do you take your own photos just in case?
Yeah,
Okay, that's fine.
I take a photo of my cake before it leaves. So, yeah.
Okay.
Mm.
See, Carol gets it. Give the child their own little cake to blow on. She understands.
Right? Like a little cupcake. Yeah.
If you insist on the blowing, which is also, I mean, that being said, how many movies have you seen where there's a magical wish? So I don't think you can get the idea of blowing candles out of anyone's head, right? There's this magical moment. You make the birthday wish. You put it out there in the universe. So I understand.
Yeah.
But also people understand there is disgustingness leaving your mouth. The mouth is, I think, the germiest place. I think there was research to show that because I don't remember why I was learning this. Yeah, all the bacteria. I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah, you can actually get other problems in your
get heart disease.
Don't take care of your mouth. Like you can get heart disease if you don't take care of your mouth, right? There's like they've linked Alzheimer's to people that have certain bacteria in their mouths. Like if you have like gingivitis or gum disease, the bacteria living in your gums that you can't get out without going to see a periodontist, they've actually linked that to causing certain types of like mental stuff like Alzheimer's, heart disease, like so many different diseases. So if you have gingivitis, not that I'm a dentist, highly recommend going to go get it checked out because that bacteria living in your gums can cause other problems in your body. Okay, PSA done.
And scene. It's true though. It actually is very true. And that's why when people don't go to the dentist for a while, I'm like, look guys, I don't like it either, okay? There's something about the mouth. I'm just not a fan. I struggled, like they messed up doing my braces. I had braces for 6 years. It was super annoying. And then I needed to get gum surgery. So look, I'm not a fan, okay? Yeah. It's very uncomfortable, but very important. So extended PSA, go to your dentist.
Go to your dentist. Robyn and Jen say, go see your dentist.
We need that disclaimer. You know, the 4 out of 5 dentists recommend. So it's like 2 out of 2 Instagram live talks recommend seeing your dentist.
Okay, guys, like I literally never cried so much from laughing in one live. Like, not that you want to see my eyeball, but
I love that. I don't know if I'm going to go as close. I appreciate that. I think you're a great audience. I just came to entertain.
My eyes are glistening right now. Can you guys see that? Like, it's like oh my gosh, Robyn. Okay. Let's like come down like back like a little bit because I want to ask you before like
okay.
Not that our time's up, but like before like we get into more ramblings. Okay, not that I don't like your ramblings. I'm rambling now.
No, I ramble because I don't like to talk about serious stuff. Clearly, you found out. Oh God.
But okay, so what is your best advice to your younger self?
Oh my God, just like stop hating yourself. That's still advice I have to give to myself. So much self-hate, it's terrible. Like self-judgment and it's so bad. To a point where I'm my worst, like literally this morning, I'm just like, oh my God, I was so mean to myself. I'm like, Robyn, you didn't even wake up early enough to work out. I'm like, dear God, Robyn, calm down. So it's pretty negative in this headspace. But that's just on. I always wonder, is that more of a woman thing? But then when I talk to I've been helping a lot of my friends with their self-tapes, and I see males and they critique themselves as well. And I thought, is this an actor thing? Is this a societal thing? Do we all just hate ourselves?
I think it's a societal thing because when you get brought up, you get told like when you're shooting your own horn, you get told like you're like self-centered or like don't be like that. Like and like we need to stop that because we need people to like not that you want to go narcissistic, but you need to be a fan of yourself. And I feel like we should stop telling people to stop tooting their own horn and stuff because I feel like then you're putting them down and you're making it seem like it's bad for them to appreciate or love what they just did, right? If that makes any sense.
It's hard. No, it totally makes sense, right? Because I think for never giving yourself those accolades, right? I think that's probably why I keep making these projects and keep pushing myself to do more, right?
Yeah.
And that's when I see you doing something, I'm like, I wonder if she's similar to me. It's never enough. I got to keep pushing. I can always be better.
Yeah.
I think there is something that we should keep learning and keep improving, but probably in a healthier pace than what I try and do of like non-realistic expectations. So it's finding that happy balance, which is a daily struggle.
Yeah, for me, it was so I did a transformational coaching program last year that focused specifically on your mind, right? How to get out of bad behaviors, bad habits, how to change your negative beliefs into positive ones, how to reframe for success, like all that, like brain reprogramming. It's called neuro linguistic programming. I'm saying that slow because it's a very long word. NLP training. Okay.
I was going to make you spell the whole thing.
Right?
N-E-U. Okay.
Basically, your brain is a computer, okay? For those of you who don't understand, it's a biological computer. And you have the ability to reprogram it using certain tools like self-hypnosis. Not as scary as it sounds. It's basically just going into a very relaxed state. You're not actually like, it's not like the movies where like you follow a clock. It's not that at all. You're just very relaxed, like that state before you like feel like you're going to go to sleep. That's when your brain's most susceptible to relearning things, okay? So there's like certain tools and processes. There you get my American accent. Processes that
it's supposed to be process instead of process.
Yeah.
But no, I didn't hear process. Anyways, as you were.
Yeah, so that you can use to reprogram your brain for success. So until I took that program, I was very much in a self-hate. Like, I need to keep doing this to be better. Like, I'm not good enough. Now that I've taken that program, it's like, now I'm doing things because I want to do things, right? Not that I didn't want to do these things before, but before I felt like I want to do these things, but I was doing them because I wanted to do them, plus I was doing them because I felt like I needed to please people. Now it's I'm wanting to do them just because I love seeing people happy, and I love doing them myself, right? I've stopped taking on projects that I'm like in hate mode for, like, why am I doing things I hate? Now I'm doing things because I love them and I want to see other people happy, and that's what I'm focused on. And if I get into that horizontal thinking, not that I'd never like self-hate on myself, but when I get into self-hate, I'm like, whoa, stop, pattern interrupt, because I've learned how to catch myself now. I'm like, no. Do you see what you're doing here, Jen? No, like, knock it off, okay? Back to something else.
It's hard though, and who is this? Luminaries. That every word anyone has said to us, whether it was last week or 20 years ago, affects us and our own self-image, and that's why it's so important to be kind to everyone. Right. I 100%. I mean, it's unfortunate that the things that I remember the best are the meanest things that are said to me, or the worst criticisms I've ever received, right? Yeah. And I guess it shouldn't be that way. I wish I could take in more of the positive.
Yeah.
And I guess that's the thing, right? Be kinder to one another. And that's why when I see someone that, like you, that's being so supportive, right? Mm-hmm. And I think that's what's really keeping me in the business of acting and perform, because I'm so not used to finding a group of people that support and collaborate and help, and we're trying to build each other up. And I find that it's just unlike anything I've ever been a part of. And that's not knocking physiotherapy, kinesiology, whatever. All those groups were great too. But this group of like actors, we're all trying, and we're all trying to find our own niche and what works. And in the process, we're helping each other, not keeping things. We're promoting each other. We're building each other. It's such a positive place. Yeah. And again, the industry is terrible, right? Like, you get rejected all the time, but the people that you work with, and well, at least the people I'm trying to work with and connect with are people that want you to do well. So I appreciate that.
Yeah, I don't know if you saw my post yesterday. It kind of tails on this. There are so many people lately that I keep saying things like, only 5% of the people in the industry make it, or you have a slim chance of becoming an A-list. Like, stop saying the shit. Excuse my French. Stop saying it, because all you're doing is putting a negative thought into somebody's head that they're not going to make it. Like, stop it.
It's like, we already know, we feel what we're not good enough. Okay. So you don't have to oh no, we're going to help you. It's not helping me, because I'm still going to try. You can't tell me not to try. I would regret not trying so much more than trying. And if I know that I've given it my all and it's whatever, a couple years down the road and nothing's happening, I'm going to be realistic and I'll pivot. But for now, when I'm trying, don't give me these stats. Okay. Because I also hear those other stories of people that tried and found this loophole. And so I'm going to be the person that tries to push and figures out a way. But when you send out those negative connotations of, you know what, just don't even bother because you have no chance.
Yeah. It's like you can keep trying, but only 5% are going to make it, or like 0.5%, sorry, like less than 1%. But here's the thing. Do you ever think that maybe less than 1% make it because there are people that keep saying that less than 1% make it? So then you start, you speak and think your life into existence. So if you think something, then that's what's going to happen in your life, okay? So if you constantly think, oh, only 1% is going to make it, and you think you're part of the rest of the 99.5% that aren't going to make it, then you're not going to make it because you think you're one of the people that's not going to make it. So I don't know if that's making any sense, but if you think
No, it is.
you're not going to make it. So
it's that self-fulfilling prophecy, right?
Yeah.
When I mean, this is such a bad example, but when I work with older patients and it's, oh, I'm really scared of falling, I'm going to fall, and then they fall, right? That whole, because they tell themselves, so that kind of, okay, if I tell myself I'm going to do, like, I'm just making it happen, I'm building it up in my head. Like even before, oh, I'm going to fail, I'm going to mess it up. Surprise, I totally messed it up because that's what I was telling myself. So don't allow, like, let's just promote positive thoughts as much as possible, which easier said than done. But
if you want to, like, okay, so 2 things. If you want to make it, you have to believe 100% that you're going to get there no matter what happens to you, whether it takes 2 years or 10 years, okay? Just believe that it's going to happen, okay? Second thing, I forgot. So I'm going to leave it at the first thing.
Second thing is remember the first thing.
Oh, remember
it's that important.
Now we're talking about something else. Oh, okay. Your brain knows what you're going to do 7 seconds before you're going to do it. So if you have this belief in your head, you've already programmed your brain to do the thing you're going to do next, and your brain knows that before you even do. Okay? Little scientific fact for you there. So that's why that reprogramming thing that I was talking about, that the self-hypnosis and reprogramming different beliefs in your head so that you are going to be successful, helps, because it then changes your autopilot for the thing that you're going to be successful at. Cool. Not that I'm getting into brain science right now, but I just did.
No, it really is fascinating. When I see a patient's post having a stroke or something, and or patients learning how to walk again, they're repatterning, those motor repatterning that's happening. They have to, okay, so all right, so how do I reformat my brain? And it is so interesting. Or even those scientific experiments, right? When someone loses a limb and they have that phantom limb pain, and how do we get rid of that? The limb's no longer there, but it still feels like it's there. It's that all that motor reprogramming. That's the word I was thinking of. Reprogramming, repatterning. I think repatterning is a word.
They've done scientific studies that your brain can heal yourself. So like people, for example, with cancer, they've done studies on that. The person who goes in just accepting that the doctor said that they're going to die usually dies. The person that goes in going, no, I don't believe you, I'm going to fight this thing, usually ends up surviving.
See, here's the problem with that statement, though. And this isn't a criticism for you. I've heard that. And again, I did read some studies like that. But it's sometimes kind of a slap in the face to people that die from cancer. You know, you know what I mean? Like, and that's such a problem with, okay, we take it. It is all a case-by-case basis. But I 100% agree. If someone thinks they're going to die, they are more likely going to die than not. And but I think sometimes, even if you're the most positive person, things, and that's when it really sucks. That's when life is the worst. When they're the best, the nicest person, always so giving, always so positive, and then, you know, they die at 22. Whoa.
I totally get that. I'm just wondering what their brain mentality is, though, right? Because they may be like externally saying these things, but internally do they die, right?
That is interesting.
The study was solely based on internal mindsets, right? So I'm not saying this is the case in 100% of the cases with cancer. I'm saying that they've done studies, like they picked a select group of people, one that fully believed internally that they were going to live, and another group of people that didn't believe it and just were accepting the doctor, right? So do
you find the sample sizes so interesting? I find the sample selection and how they choose to compare people when really, when you break it down, it's everyone is so different. And I understand what research studies are trying to do. It's like, okay, this is a generalization for like this average age group and a mix of female, male. I don't actually know if research studies do female identifying or male. I don't know if I've read one of those.
I don't know.
I wonder what's going to happen with that.
And I'm wondering if they're going to add in the new, like, because we're no longer just two genders, right? So I'm wondering if they're going to. Yeah.
That's interesting. Ooh.
Yeah.
I'm going to be on the lookout for studies like that.
Yeah, don't take any.
Oh, that.
Say, again, disclaimer, we're not doctors.
No, I mean, I don't know the last time I spoke to someone regarding a research study. So this just turned into a really educational moment.
Yeah. And
this is fun. Okay.
Like, there are people that that probably believe 100% that they're not going to die and they're going to fight this thing. And again, so I'm not saying this is 100% of the cases, but there are studies that have shown that the body is fully capable of healing itself. I feel like, though, that's the case in people that know how to apply the tools to utilize the brain to the fullest extent to do that, right? Because if you like have somebody that believes that they're not going to die, but they don't know how to use it to its fullest extent in the brain to heal yourself, then it's probably not going to happen. Like, you know what I mean? Like
well, what's interesting too, okay, so here's a question, expanding off of that. What if someone was born with an issue with their brain? Can that brain heal itself if it's already, there's an issue there, like a developmental delay of sorts?
I don't know.
This is so, can we have a doctor weigh in? Can someone put a comment in? Is there any medical personnel?
Right? Yeah.
I would, this is when we would open it up, right? Have a little doctor. I wonder how it would look with the three-person.
This made me smile, but I gotta go. Thanks, ladies. Let's try to catch the next topic. No problem. Thanks, Fabian.
I love how polite everyone is.
Yeah, I'm doing it to have fun, not to make it big. That's cool for acting. Yeah, that's awesome. Okay, I feel like we've like depressed everybody now with our cancer and brain talk.
Oh no, I mean, I thought, you know what? That's what happens. See, this is why I keep it with comedy, because when I get serious and I go to like really dark places, it is very uncomfortable with my brain. Yeah. I'm gonna reprogram. I did that. Does anyone do this anymore? Does anyone do this symbol? That's crazy. Is that allowed?
I don't know.
I haven't done that in forever, but I decided to ask this on the live, I guess, to get feedback from others.
Yeah.
I don't know.
There are many ways to heal the body. Yeah, it's just not everyone has the know-how or tools to do so, right? And I think that's the thing is
I find, you know what I find really interesting? And this could also be because I just finished watching, oh my gosh, what was that Marvel? Oh, WandaVision?
Yeah.
And wait, I don't want to ruin it for anyone. Oh God. Okay, so if no one, don't listen if you didn't watch WandaVision. Go away.
Or plug your ears or leave this live for the next 2 minutes. Okay.
Just like briefly. But when there is a witch on it, right? So, I mean, a couple witches. But either way, the whole thought of witchcraft back in the day, was that just using natural medicine? Was that just used? I wonder that all the time. Oh, you healed them. You're a witch. Or was it just we were using herbs and whatever but again, there's no way to realize that because it is 2021 and I don't think anyone from the witchcraft days is alive. If they are.
Some of that also might be that subconscious reprogramming that I was just talking about, because that mentality, like that technique has been around for ages. Like I've been reading some really old books on it, going back, right? And that technique of people believing that they can heal themselves has been around forever, right? Utilizing the brain as a tool to heal yourself. So I'm wondering if part of that's in there, right?
I wonder if that's part of I wonder if they had coaches back in the day.
Yeah.
You know, like they just said, I mean, what they might have perceived to be as spells are really just, it was a motivational coach before its time, right?
Yeah.
Like, okay, they're just saying things and that person, okay, you're going to be okay, but in a fancy language. And then that person internalized that and started saying it because they felt that they tried something new and they're going to be okay.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Especially the brain. My son is autistic and through nutrition, he's improved tremendously. That's amazing. Yeah. Food has a huge body, right? Yeah. I'm like trying to experiment with less sugar right now because of inflammation.
Oh, hey, I like to experiment either way. Like, let's have a lot of sugar and see what happens. It didn't go well.
Okay. Can I and you can tell me that I'm actually funny and my son's just like not.
Oh.
Okay.
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 Well, no, I'm not gonna lie to you. If it's not funny, it's not funny. I'm gonna be unbiased. Go ahead.
Because it's like, Mom, you're like one of those people that laughs at her own jokes. I'm like, yes, I am. Okay, so two ducks cross the road. It was quacktastic. Okay, I'm done.
That's like a borderline dad joke pity laugh that I. Why is it a dad joke? Why is it not a mom joke? Can moms not make like? Oh wait, maybe it's because moms make good jokes.
Oh, right.
That's interesting. I never thought of that.
Yeah.
Dads don't know how to make a joke. Well, that's just mean to the dad.
Yeah. Well, I'm sorry. The ducks were quackling, so.
Yeah, that was okay. It was. I think you've got better in you. I really do. But honestly, the laugh you had afterwards really helped to sell the joke.
Right.
You're just like, I love when people laugh at their own jokes. It's my favorite thing. Like, this joke is so funny. I want to tell. That's actually my favorite part of when someone's like, oh, this joke. Here we go. This is the best joke ever. And then they can't get through the joke because they can't stop laughing. But then the joke ends up being the worst thing you've ever heard. Not yours wasn't the worst, but you know what I mean? In that case of like, that was, but you're laughing because they can't stop laughing.
Because it's horrible. That joke came to me like 2:00 in the morning when I was like past tired, where I get into like giggle fits, and like that joke came to me, and like I was like laughing my head off.
It's everything is funny at 2 in the morning. Duck puns by Jen Gardiner. Oh, I would watch that. You should have a daily live of, guys, here's the latest duck joke.
Yeah.
Quack, quack.
I feel like there should be a live for me on how to swear without swearing, because I have kids. Like, it's fudge-tastic, or shiitake mushrooms, or it's fudgling. Like,
I love that you still do that. How old is your youngest? I can't remember.
my niece is 4.
Oh, okay. You still can't swear yet. Got it. Okay.
Well, I can. It's just not recommended, because then he picks up the words and then he uses them not knowing what they mean.
My youngest brother would watch, so we were really into film. We're still into films as a family. And he would watch all these adult films. Oh my God, I say adult films. It was like Terminator, right? But Terminator had sex scenes, right? So like they were older films you shouldn't watch as, oh, I apologize. Sexual scenes. Oh no, can I say the word sex? Is that, oh, well, I said it a couple times now. It's out there. But
The F word on Instagram Live, you can say sex.
that's true. Guys, it's a normal part of how we are brought. Intercourse. They were having intercourse. It was consensual. There we go. I think it was, actually. I never watched the movie, but it was just so fun to watch my younger brother learn from films and then question my parent, like, because so much media is available, right? Back when I was a kid, I don't know. I think I was in such a little bubble that it took me so long to realize things, because I don't know, we don't really discuss that. But my brother, with all this access to everything, is, well, what's this? What are they doing? You know, it's not they're clearly not wrestling. Okay, you can't use that. We're having a fight. They seem to be enjoying it. No one's angry, right? So I just find it so interesting to be a child nowadays versus when I was growing up and, you know, we watched Sesame Street. I'm referring. But also,
Something I've learned recently by following another mom on Instagram, her daughter apparently asked, where do babies come from? And she got advice to reframe the question, like, well, where do you think they come from? And
I love asking children their thoughts on life. It is so creative to a point where I thought maybe, but they're also so convincing, right? So I'm like, maybe that is where babies come from.
Right.
Oh.
Let's go with that idea.
Right. I'm like, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah. You know, when you ask them, how does Santa Claus deliver all the gifts, right? Well, obviously it's this.
Right.
Yeah. He totally exists. Or wait, why is it still Santa Claus? Why isn't Mrs. Claus delivering gifts? I'm trying to.
My son's speech started when he found
Oh my gosh, yes, Family Guy. That's exactly what happened to my brother too. I just didn't want to bring the swear words on. Yeah.
He walked there and he said, Lalise.
That's amazing. My youngest brother has Asperger's, and he would just say things, and it was really fun. In a sense of, fun, but it's like he's so innocent when he says it that you can't get mad at him. But there's also the societal norms of why are you saying that confusion?
Yeah.
So it is Family Guy was not helpful to our family to a point where my parents had to hide the DVDs.
Oh God.
Because it wasn't available live stream or on all these.
Yeah.
That was upsetting because I enjoyed watching Family Guy and I couldn't watch it after that because my youngest brother decided, hey, I'm gonna quote them all. We just quote movies. That's what we do. Yeah. We would just go back and forth, but then he would quote the inappropriate jokes. It's very funny, but maybe don't say that at school.
Okay. So we have now been talking an hour and 10 minutes, and we still have 6 people hanging on. So apparently they. Oh.
Well, thank you all for still watching. I mean, I think my hubby's in here by default. Thanks for the support.
I'm totally making a joke right now. You can totally hate us and still be watching us. So.
Oh, that's true, actually. Just kind of leave them on and like, look, I'm still showing support. I got stuff to do. Right. That's what I do in Clubhouse sometimes. I kind of just stay there and I say that. I totally listen to all of it. I don't know why. I get really obsessed with that.
Do you ever like go live and then feel like, okay, now they've acknowledged you, so now you have to stay? It's like, oh, but I gotta go.
It's hard. I mean, I want to go on the live and I want to watch the whole thing and that's the problem. Sometimes I do, but other times because I can't keep this on and do other things and I legitimately need my phone, I might try sometimes to switch to my laptop, but for the most part, I'm just like, I'm supporting you, but I also have so much to do today and I apologize. But I also don't want to write hi and bye because that seems rude. So... Right. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love that everyone's saying hi and goodbye here. I think that's so friendly.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you, ladies. That was just brilliant. Was it though? Was it?
I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna watch this one back. We went on a journey. It was
right.
It was a series of deflection, and then we got serious, and it got dark. This is why I never go serious. Oh God.
Are you ever worried about what you say on these, if somebody's gonna like take your words out of context when you become famous and like completely flip them and like come at you? Like,
yeah, 100%.
I just said, like, I didn't mean like everybody heals themselves, but is somebody gonna like take my words out of context and be like, oh, Jen said this? So like
that's interesting,
right?
I am 100% terrified of what I put out in this world, and that's probably why I delete every single post I put on Instagram for the longest time. And now I'm like, no, it is there. Enjoy it, Mr. Foot Fetish. That was super creepy. Anyway. But it is terrifying, right? Because we're saying this, and I guess, you know what? I guess if we didn't save it and try to like promote whatever, look like this is cool and we're chatting, and if you want to chat.
I was like bringing up a study that I had heard. I wasn't trying to be like, everybody survives, right?
I mean, I tried to give you an out, but you were very, you know what though? You know what it showed in this live?
Yeah.
How when you believe something, you don't let anyone sway your conviction, right? And that could be a good character where it's like, you know what? Can she do this role? Yes, because if you see in this Instagram live, Robyn was trying to change her opinion and she said no. Because she backed it up with research. She was she accepted other viewpoints. She did.
Yeah.
But she was still very strong.
Well, I said it in that specific study. So I didn't necessarily say no. It's like, but in that specific study, that happened. But that's not necessarily the case for the entire world, right? Yeah. And that's...
you know what, though? Here's what we've learned, though.
Yeah.
Because we're healing and, like, not hard on ourselves, we're just going to forget that part of this discussion. Right? Yeah. We're just like, it didn't happen.
Yeah. I'm sure Chris conversation.
Apparently we entertained, that's a fun,
Man
Jeff. Oh, okay. Well, apparently we entertained him for coffee and breakfast. Have a good day.
Okay, everyone needs to stop bringing up Chris Evans, okay?
I think we should bring, Chris Evans is...
Just everybody tag him below. Maybe he will come on with Robyn and I one day.
That would be interesting. I don't know how would you do with a celebrity in this room? Because I don't know if I would say you did good stuff. I feel as though I would be so worried of mistaking them for someone else. Like, I loved you in this film. Cool, that wasn't me. Like, darn it, they look so much like you. Are you sure? Yeah. You know, that kind of awkwardness of getting them confused for someone else.
Yeah, I feel like I'd turn into like drunk Jen where I would just like ramble and fangirl.
That's funny. Oh, that's so funny. Well, the non-drunk version of me is a rambler, so I don't know what drunk version of me would be.
Okay.
Quiet Robyn.
But Jen's drunk and Robyn's just herself, and then...
It's so, you know what though, as I keep studying dialects, I realize when I get super excited and do my own, like the level of my voice changes so much more when I'm telling like a comedic joke and I'm like, look at me go and my upswing and versus I guess this is just how I would sound if I was just talking.
Yeah.
But then it's not fun to listen to. I like to give the people what I think they want.
Afternoon fun. Keep it up, ladies. We're still going.
I know. Apparently, I think we tried to end this and then we kept talking. I feel it.
Went off on a tangent, so like that's my fault.
No, that's fair. I feel as though you have better sign-offs than me. I've owned the awkwardness of like, okay, bye, let's do something awkward.
Okay, we're going to end in the next 4 minutes, but Robyn's going to tell us where you can go find her before we go.
Where you can find me? Oh, God.
Window chat shebang.
Oh, thank you. Yes, I do a window chat. It's okay. It's pretty good, I guess. You can watch it if you want. That's my self-promotion, and that's why I struggle.
You just did since you fixed my whole like other thing. Okay, Robyn's amazing. If you loved her on here, please go check out Window Chats with Robyn. I will tag it below this video. Please go find her on Clubhouse. She's hilarious. Please message her weird sock things. She loves them.
All right, except for the last part. Thank you.
Thank you so much for coming on. This is awesome.
Thank you for having me. This was so fun.
I feel like we could go like for the full 4 hours of Instagram Live.
Oh, we could definitely keep talking. I mean, I'm just so, again, that's what I'm so grateful for people like you that are just so open to collaborating and meeting and being so supportive. So you keep being awesome and like putting out this positive energy in the world because I really appreciate it. And I guarantee other people appreciated you reaching out to them too. So thank you.
Thank you for coming on. Thank you for always being so positive and making me laugh. Honestly, like my eyes are still watering. Not that you want to see my eyeballs again. Okay, everybody have an amazing day. Go check out Robyn too. Thank you for so much. We will be back next, the 18th I think is a Thursday. We'll be back next Thursday with Nur Kaczynski here. So if you want to check out his stuff in the meantime, we'll also tag him, but not in the part where I mess up his name. And everybody have an amazing day. We'll talk to you soon.
Bye.
Bye.